All right, so APA, thank you for making some time to chat with me. Obviously came off a pretty, I would say, good split, right? All things considered.
Winning the split's pretty good.
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk to you about, I mean, I've watched you a lot actually since Maryville days, you know, and like,
Wow.
what was that transition like from going to like a collegiate team to NACL to, well, whatever, academy back then, to now being in LCS and even competing internationally?
Transition wasn't too difficult. Like, we kind of did a lot of the similar things. You know, we scrimmed pretty often at Maryville, especially after the semester ended, going into CLO. And then, like, I played solo queue.
Yeah.
Pretty much until, like, as much as I could until the end of the night.
Yeah, do you feel like your process has changed at all since going pro?
It's more, like, specific on what I'm focusing on. And then, like, my mindset has definitely shifted on a few things within the game itself. But, like, the work volume, I guess is a way to put it, is like very similar to when I was at Maryville, to when I was on Academy, to now LCS.
Yeah, you don't have to do school now, which is nice.
Yeah, that is definitely a nice part about it.
That's also crazy when you think about collegiate, right? Like the amount of grinding, especially at a program like Maryville where you guys are trying to be the best college team in the country. You also have to balance full-time workload on top of that, being a student and all that.
Yeah.
You know, how do you think that actually prepared you in some ways for pro?
I mean, I was only in Maryville for 2 semesters, so I don't have like take my word with a grain of salt. I definitely didn't finish college, but process what was actually important. And obviously, like, schoolwork did come first at the school. I can't, fail out.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like you have to set like a allotted amount of time. Like most of the time, it was on Sunday because I did my work last minute.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you there, actually.
yeah, just like some small amount of time for schoolwork, and then always have to go to classes and maintain like a human schedule. So I can't just be a full degenerate.
I've been a big proponent of collegiate kind of becoming a new path to pro, mainly because of that. It's like the time management stuff that I see a lot of rookie, LCS players in the past coming in with no time management skills at all because they basically lived at home, they go straight to LCS, and now all of a sudden they're expected to do all this stuff. How do you feel about that in terms of college?
I can agree for most people. I think I have a lot of discipline within my life, to be completely honest. So I don't think I really fell into that hole when I went to Maryville or when I went to like Academy. But I can see for like the general person who will come LCS straight from like high school or just like gap year or whatever, that they could have like discipline issues within time.
Yeah. And then jumping onto a team like TL too, you got so many veterans around you, like Core JJ, like Impact. What's it like playing with these guys who have been in the pro scene for longer than you've maybe even played League?
Yeah, longer than I've played League. No, it's definitely really nice. They're such great resources. Like in the game, if I'm ever confused on the map state or like wherever, I can just always ask like, what's going on, where are we going, blah blah blah. And then like at a game, they're a great resource to just talk with, and then. Like I'll talk with Impact about side laning stuff that revolves around us, or I'll talk with Core about like small laning phase stuff, or like when he gets timers, when Umpty gets timers, etc. And then like even like out of game stuff where they'll like set the culture. For example, like everyone's staying like pretty much past midnight at the TL office, like pretty much every day. So like even just like small things like that, and you'll just get like, it's not. Like you're allowed to leave early, but you'll get shamed. You'll get shamed a little bit.
It's an environmental thing, though, right? So if everyone's doing it, you also don't want to not do that. So that's actually huge.
Someone's trying to leave at like 11:30. Everyone's like, "Where are you going?"
How do you feel in terms of like the team environment? Is that just how everyone is, or is that something that was kind of like pushed on you by TL?
I think that's kind of how everyone is. Like, I think I've been a pretty hard worker for a long time, and then Jan is the same way, Core same way. I haven't really known Umpty before this year, but like coming in Team Liquid, he like was putting in insane hours. So like I imagine he's the same way. It wasn't really pushed on him. And then like same way for Impact. Like Impact, he plays less solo queue than us, but he's always like watching VODs, wanting other people, and like he's still in the office, and then like willing to be able to talk with you about it. He'll play like 2 to 3 solo queue games a day, and it's always in between like VOD watching or like rewatching our scrims, seeing what we messed up in scrims, etc.
What do you think are the big things that you took away from MSI that you want to build on?
We faced G2 a lot in scrims, and then I was able to 1v1 caps a lot. So I just learned a lot of what he did, or what makes G2 good. Like he's very good at side lane play, on top of his like laning phase expression. But then he's just a very creative player and has very unique looks. So I took a lot away from just playing against him specifically. And
What are some things that you're looking at in the new patch coming forward? Like the mages seem really strong, and
I'm kind of bummed they're nerfing First Strike.
oh yeah,
So
yeah, that was like a cheater rune.
I was enjoying that rune, so I'm kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
What else? I don't think any other mid laners are like too affected. Like Corki's like adjusted a little bit, but he's still probably gonna be strong.
Yeah. I guess, do you have any advice for other rookie players coming in? Like, what did you learn in your first year that you feel like would be translatable for a lot of these new guys?
I think just be more specific on what you're practicing on, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of a villain in solo queue, so I kind of run games down a little bit, but
You're testing though.
but I generally go into games either trying to practice like a specific concept or like I guess just a specific concept or matchups, and just learn like small things to always be able to take away games. Because there are a bunch of players who do actually grind the game a lot, but then it sometimes can just feel like, you know, they queue up a solo queue game, flip the coin, win or lose, whatever it is, and then you know queue up and learn nothing. So that's something that I've like changed a little bit, and then obviously it helps that I have like so many resources like backing me up, being like telling me like, hey, you should focus on this specific thing. Like, you know, you're not doing this as well as you potentially could be, as like other players are, and stuff like that. But yeah, just specific practice.
This MSI is the first time in my life I've rooted for TL, so I'm really happy you guys did well, and you know, hopefully you guys make a big appearance at Worlds too. So, all right, thank you so much for your time.